Hey, how's it going, y'all? This is Chaz from Classic Komodo, and this is 24 to 64, a series where I'm helping players transition from 24 players on console to 64 players on next gen. This time, and probably going to be maybe the final time, is we're going to be playing some Conquest. Because tomorrow at midnight, I believe, is the release of the PlayStation 4, and a lot of people are going to be getting their hands on Battlefield 4 for next gen. So this might be the end of this and the beginning of something new. It's the beginning of actually learning the processes of getting through 64 players and developing my own mindsets from actually being in the experience. But who knows? We'll see. Maybe I'll continue this series in order to help new people that haven't transitioned yet. But this one, in the old videos such as the one on Rush and the one on Domination, it was pretty easy because of the fact that I could slow things down and I could have the mindset in order to kind of prepare. On Conquest, for 12v12 and 24-man servers, you can't really slow down. It's very slow-paced if you do that. You won't really get any kills, any action, nor will you be capping any flags. With Conquest, unfortunately, right now on console, it's just a taxi service. It's getting to one point to the other, and it's no real challenge when you actually get to a point. Because, so for instance, Goose and I are holding down Alpha by ourselves for the most part and capturing it by ourselves. Yeah, we have maybe one teammate that spawns in. But two people are capping a flag by themselves. You're not going to have this in next gen. Each flag is going to be a very independent area where you're going to have massive battles. And right now, we aren't getting that in current gen consoles. It just doesn't allow for it. Most of the time, each flag is uncontested. So when we go up to each flag, most of the time on the outside flags, I should say. Inside flags, like on this map, it would be Bravo, and on the previous map that you just saw, it would be Bravo and Charlie. Those kind of destinations are usually kind of more filled with action because of the fact that everybody likes to clump up in the middle. But people get lost in the action there. There's actually a lot of people lose the outside flags because they just want to jump in the middle and jump in on the action, but they don't want to win the game. They just want to get kills. But I digress. The fact of the matter is that there's not any real incentive to move to these outside flags, and that's why a lot of teams lose, because of the fact that for the most part people just want to see the action. In next-gen consoles, you're going to have all that action all the time on most of the flags, so you don't really have to worry about that. Here, I couldn't really slow things down again, because for this instance here, everybody was just camping on rooftops, and there's no real strategy. But when you get to next gen, this is going to be the strategy, which is the same thing I've been saying for each one. Play it slow. It's going to be tough, but when you're entering a new area, getting to these new objectives, you're going to want to, one, like you did in Domination, but on a larger scale, assess the situation, then go from there, determine what your next path is going to be, etc. There's going to be a couple of vehicle changes as well. As you can see, I'm in the Little Bird right now, and helicopters can be a little bit overwhelming in 12v12 because for the most part there's only two people really opposing you. If there's other aircraft, you know, but for the most part there's only two people opposing you on the ground or in the air or wherever. So if you have, like my friend here, Goose, is repping me the whole time, if you have a teammate that can help you out, or if you're play a little bit not too aggressive, just a little bit laid back, you'll be able to tear everything up in Conquest with any type of with air vehicles for the most part. I say this with helicopters, with the Little Bird. The attack chopper is a little bit of a different story now because of the fact that they delayed the flares on it, and the fact that Goose can rep in the Little Bird, while in attack chopper you can't rep, as you can see him doing right here. But for the most part, you could play a little bit more aggressively right now. In next gen, you cannot. Since those flares take 25 seconds to regenerate and deploy again, you're going to have to play very, very defensively. Actually, Level Cap just released a video showing how you're supposed to play a little bit more defensively and how to be a little bit more successful in a helicopter. But there's going to be a lot of changes, especially here with Jets. Jets have no point right now in Conquest. 0. They are pointless. Rush, they have a point. Rush, they actually can take out a lot of armor and help out the attacking team if the defending team is posted up well. Conquest, they have no point. I'm flat out saying it because of the fact that this is what you do. Turns. All day. You might be able to take out another helicopter, but for the most part, you are doing nothing. You are better off on the ground helping your squad mates because flying around in circles is not helping. But lastly, I just want to say, when you get to next gen, stick with your squad mates, communicate. If they get down, which you'll see, unfortunately, Goose does, make sure you stand behind, get to cover, and let them respawn on you so that you can be a more formidable force. Play it slow, know your role, and make sure you be a team player. Because in next gen, there isn't going to be any of this running and gunning for the most part. It's going to be a lot more hectic and a lot more fun. Well, thanks again, guys. Can't wait to see y'all on next gen. And then as always, stay classy.